Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are having a guitar pedal giveaway still. The Donner harmonic square pedal that you see on your screen right now is going to be given away. There's still 5 days left to enter into that drawing. Remember, you do have to be a YouTube channel subscriber, and then you have to just take the applicable steps as far as sharing and things of that nature, sort of anything typical as any other channel would do with a giveaway. So yeah, go and check that out. But today, the actual object of our desire is going to be this particular song. And probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I did something where it was actually creating a song step by step, where I took an idea that was just simply in my head and fleshed out that idea, gave you my insight behind why I was doing what I was doing and certain things of that nature. And then I just kind of walked through all of that, kind of held your hand and walked you through it. And by the time we were done, we took an idea, an intangible thought, and made it a tangible song, and then we mixed it, we mastered it, and got it radio ready. So we did all that from scratch. And what I wanted to do was sort of the similar process. As my processes have changed over time, I want to show you what I'm doing differently now that I think is better than what I have done on the previous series. And so if you're excited and you want to follow along with this, please do so. I'll be trying to upload these every once in a while. Not going to rush this song because it's the first time I've actually had a song come to me in a long time, and I really want to take my time with this song. But I'm hoping what can come from this is that you can see my creative process. You can see my thought waves, kind of what I'm putting into why I'm choosing what I'm choosing, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why I'm reaching for that particular EQ, or why I'm compressing this or that. And I think it'll help all of us who are involved, myself included. It's going to make me, one, accountable to the fact that I need to get this song completed. For two, it's going to make everyone else here who is stopping by the channel a little bit more aware of my personal process, and maybe you can add it into your workflow. So let's just dive right into this first video of this series, which is going to be the new Creating a Song Step-by-Step series. And essentially, I'm just going to take you through exactly where I'm at right now. So I've got an idea. Yet again, it always has to start with an idea, as spoken of in the first series. And I do have a limiter on these particular tracks just so that they'll be brought up to par so that you can actually hear them while I'm trying to show you. Now, all I've basically done at this point is I've sat down with an acoustic guitar and my idea, and I've fleshed out what I thought would be a good chord progression. In this case, it is this right here. I got a capo on the 6th fret. Turn that up a little bit there so you can hear that. Nothing too, fancy or nothing like that. Most of my songs aren't. I actually like the art of simplicity. Not only is it easier, but I think honestly it sticks with you more. So, yet again, all I have is an idea. I have this sort of melody that's running over my head. I've got these lyrics that I feel like may or may not fit as of right now. It's just a song that kind of just came to me, just sort of fell in my lap, and so I started out on this process, and that's what we're going through, is exactly what I told you at the beginning of this. We're just going through this process. So my ways, the way that I do things may differ from others, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this too, because while we go through this, I might show you some things that you could do differently, and you could comment in the comment section below, hey, if you would have done this, it would have made it sound better, or maybe you should have done this, it would have saved you some time. And that's really what YouTube and this channel in particular is all about. Is, in my personal opinion, YouTube is really a learning center. That's the main thing that I use it for. Granted, I do like to acquiesce and find really cute cat videos and puppies and fail armies and all of that stuff, like we all do for entertainment values. However, when it comes to things of this nature, I really feel as if that this is more of a learning community, and this is going to be one of those videos in the series, I believe, where we can all help one another. So if you see something that I'm doing and you're like, hey, you could do it faster this way, please comment below so that we all can learn from that. I'm not the only one who has this knowledge, And I'm not even the greatest. I'll be the first to admit it. There's a lot of other people who do a lot better job than I do, but what I'd like to do is get everybody's input on this so that we all can grow musically. All right, so we've got the intangible idea. We've got the chords progression that I've just told you about. Now, the next thing that I always do after I get my thought process down and I get my chords kind of laid out is I hate playing to a metronome. As good as it is for a guitarist, especially to play to a metronome, and a drummer especially, I just cannot do it. I cannot get past the tinging sounds. So what I do is I actually pull up a virtual instrument, in this case Addictive Drums, and I use that as my metronome, so to speak. So these are the drums that I feel like fit this song and sort of the feel that I'm going for. Yet again, none of this is set in stone at this point. It's just something that I'm using as sort of a launching pad. And even this guitar track here, this is not a finished guitar track. This is mainly just a scratch track. Now, if you're not familiar with what a scratch track is, essentially it's just an idea, sort of like a demo that you give to yourself, and something you can go back to, sort of a benchmark to say, this is where I'm going to go from, my launching pad. So let's go ahead and take a listen to what I've got with the drums so far. So yet again, nothing too extravagant. It's just something to help me play the song and to get into that rhythm, to get into the groove, that while I'm playing the actual track later, it'll be so much easier for me to lay down something that's more organic. So after this, I usually just try to flesh out the chords and the chord progressions that I'm going with. And then from there, I'll try to add some synth sounds just to get some rough ideas of where I might want to take this later. Then nothing is set in stone at this point. So that's sort of the beauty of working in the digital realm, is the fact that nothing truly is set in stone. You can always go back and change things. You can completely alter chord progressions if you like, especially when you're working with MIDI. And so I've got addictive keys brought up here. And this is an idea that I had, that maybe just to have this underlying the guitar at certain instances in the song, I would have this play. So here's what this would sound like. So it's sort of a support to the backbone, which is going to be the guitar. I feel like this is going to be, at least in my own opinion as of right now, everything is subject to change as the song takes direction. However, right now I feel like the song is going to be something that's very up close and intimate. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the expand, and this is going to add some of that intimacy. Let's take a listen to this. Have it that loud in the end result, but yet again, just getting some ideas. All right, and then another idea I had, of course, I feel like this song is going to have a moment where I would like to have some strings in it, because it is sort of this reflection type song. It's an introspective type song. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that. That's the cool thing too about having this stuff just kind of laid out already. As you're trying to, as I keep saying over and over again, flesh things out, you can mute things and sort of start to build your production aspect as well, how you want it arranged. And so, like, say for instance, if I'm listening to this now, I could say, okay, on the very first, couple of measures here, I just want it completely stripped down. And then have some pianos come in right here. I'm already starting to get some production ideas. And then as it goes on even further, okay, now we're going into verse 2. So as you can see, there's a million different directions you could take right now, but this is just the launching pad, and that's exactly what we're going over. We're just starting from scratch, and I'm just basically giving you my personal approach to the way that I do things. So as of right now, just a quick recap. We've got an intangible idea that we want to make into a tangible song. We've taken the idea, we've sat down with an acoustic guitar, and we've just fleshed out a chord progression. Now that we have the chord progression, we simply lay down a scratch track, which is here on track 5, and that track is not going to be a keeper. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And then we're just going to simply use that as the launching pad. Now the way that we get that track in time matched to the grid, and my personal way that I do it instead of using a metronome, is I actually load up these drums and I play off of those. So essentially, as of right now, that's where we're at. So this was video 1 of this series, and if I had to call it anything, if I had to give it a title, it would just be fleshing out the song, or taking the intangible and producing the tangible. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to click that bell icon so that you'll be the first one to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And remember as well, I'm also having a guitar pedal giveaway. Link will be in the description below.